This next...
Oh, it's a tough way to learn a lesson, isn't it? Simon Boda there. Well, 89-year-old Rob Johnson flew Spitfires in World War II. Would have thought he'd be entitled to a bit of peace in his twilight years. Instead, this veteran found himself evicted from Retirement Village because he wanted to listen to his favourite music.
Yeah, of course it made me. I wasn't going to have people treating me like that. I was trained to fight during the war. And I'll fight such bastards as him.
Chris Allen from A Current Affair. I was just wondering if I could ask you some questions about why you evicted Rob Johnson.
You have to speak to Brisbane about that, mate.
Well, we'd like to ask you. He says that you bullied him and that's why he had to leave.
Mate, that's not quite the truth.
The only reason 89-year-old Rob Johnson was ever given for being evicted from this Townsville retirement village was that he played his music too loudly for the liking of the manager, Ross McDermott. Well, he says that is the case.
Well, you need
well,
to talk to Brisbane.
how can you justify kicking an 89-year-old out like that? Clearly, this former fighter pilot is not afraid to stand up for himself. But when he played Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture, his favourite piece of music, the manager told him to turn it down. Did it annoy you, though, that he was saying your music's too loud, turn it down?
Yes, it annoyed me, but I was ready for battle.
Did you turn it down?
No, I didn't. I told him I wasn't going to turn it down because what he thinks might be loud is not what I think is loud.
Well, can you tell us how you can justify kicking out an 89-year-old man like that? Was it because of his music? Had anyone at the units complained at the retirement home about your music?
No, none of them. They said they'd like to hear it coming across faintly through their windows. One old lady about 5 doors away complained because it wasn't loud enough, she couldn't hear it properly.
Older people are becoming deaf and they do need their music up loud.
Neville Abbey from the Committee on Ageing took up Rob's case and says Rob's music was only the beginning of a battle with the manager.
Rob was, or Mr Johnson was standing up for his rights, and I don't think the people like that. And being an older person the way he is and very pig-headed, I think he was doing it right. Also, I think representing the other residents that were there.
This tells history. This is Napoleon's retreat from Moscow.
Unlike Napoleon, Rob refused to retreat. Management sent him a letter saying he had to turn his music down and eventually issued an eviction notice. A notice that remarkably gave no reason for kicking him out.
I didn't know then that there's a loophole in the law which allows these people to do that.
I believe it was a heartless thing to do to an old person of 89 years of age, and almost 90 because he turns 90 in November.
In the end, Neville found Rob another home where he still plays the 1812 Overture, and so far no one has complained. Yeah, what would you say to Mr McDermott now?
Oh, I can't say that on air.
Good to know he's had...
When the bad books